Hi, and welcome back to the Save It for Parts channel, where we're doing a bit of a behind-the-scenes slash rant slash mystery. I don't know what I'm doing here. I am frustrated and I am confused because my video quality seems to have gone all to heck lately, and I don't know why. I suspect it's something to do with my fancy new camera. Ever since I got this 4K camera, it has just been giving me nothing but trouble. I paid a lot of money for this camera. I paid $1,000 for a brand new 4K camcorder, all the bells and whistles, and I hate it. Everything about it is terrible. The video quality is terrible. The controls, the interfaces are terrible. I am at my wit's end with this thing. I am literally ready to just throw this thing in a lake and go back to filming the entire channel on my broken Pixel 4 from Google with the burned out video chip that also looks terrible, but at least it's simpler than this camcorder. I've been tweaking the settings for months now, trying to get everything to look nicer, trying to get the color balance nice and the audio nice, and now apparently that's screwed up the frame rate somehow. So this is the example of a video with all the custom settings that I have. Alright, I've just done a factory reset, so this is what things look like on the default settings. And we're in manual mode because otherwise the focus doesn't seem to work, which reminds me I should check the focus because, yeah, we're on autofocus, so yeah, it's been having trouble with that too. So like half of my footage is just unfocused if I leave it alone. And this is now on auto. Everything on auto. I'm letting the camera do all the thinking. I am not messing around with the focus, with the white balance, with any of that garbage. So let's see how this looks. And no, I am not even using my fancy DJI mic anymore. This is a massive hassle because I have to take an audio cable, plug it into the camera, take this thing out, plug it into the camera, hook this up to myself, make sure everything's paired, make sure everything's working. Half the time I miss one of those steps because I'm just trying to film. I don't want to jump through hoops, I want to film. And if I don't jump through 1,000 hoops with this, there's no audio. So not using this for this video, may or may not use this ever again. Yes, this video is a lot of me complaining, but these are frustrations that have been building up for a long time now. Ever since I got the camera and the mic, I've been trying to improve the channel. I've been trying to make everything look better and sound better, and it's not working. All right, so here's the first video I filmed. Yeah, that looks a little blurry. Frame rate looks normal to me. I don't see anything wrong with that. Let's look at another one here. So this is after I factory reset things. Definitely sharper. The colors aren't as good, I guess. I give up on color. I don't care about color anymore. Frame rate looks fine to me. Alright, so if we throw this onto the editing system, and no, I don't have OBS on this computer. I could probably get it for Linux, but I just don't care. We're going to just film the screen. So I'm going to dump my files into Shotcut, which is what I've used forever to edit. And I'm wondering if the videos look fine on my other computer. I'm wondering if Shotcut is the issue. Since I'm using this stupid newfangled 4K, I've been doing proxy mode. And so everything has to sit here and waste my time rendering as proxies. And then that's supposed to save my RAM and help the computer run a little bit faster when I'm editing. And RAM doesn't exist anymore in the world, so it's not like I can afford more RAM. But the proxy also makes the quality kind of look like crap on the computer screen here, so I can't tell if anything looks bad. I can't tell because it just looks like what it looks like. I'm not seeing the issue in editing. I'm not seeing it on the camera. I don't know if it's coming from Shotcut, but I haven't changed anything about Shotcut, how Shotcut works that I know of. I've been using it basically the same way forever. I've even been trying not to update it because Shotcut does stupid stuff and gets rid of features I want when they come out with new versions. I guess let's export this and go ahead and upload that. Okay, I also dumped this back onto my Windows computer to see what it looks like because I have OBS over here. So we'll look at the exported video here. It looks okay to me, but let's compare it to the original again. I mean, there's still some motion blur, I guess. I don't know. I cannot tell the difference here. Alright, I uploaded that to YouTube, so let's see what that looks like. Yes, it's blurry, whatever. Okay, great. Moving along. Wow, a lot of this is more of this than I thought was blurry. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I can't tell if there's a frame rate issue. So I'm going back and looking at some of my other videos that I've uploaded to YouTube recently. yeah, I don't see the frame rate issue. I mean, yeah, it's blurry here because the focus was off. So this is one I filmed on my phone. I guess it looks different. I can't really tell if it looks better. I mean, there's definitely some shots where the ones going through the window aren't the best example. Let's try to look at another one. Okay, here's another one I did recently with the 4K camera. Yeah, this definitely, the frame rate looks funny. There's some chop here. This one I can tell has a weird issue. But again, I used the same settings, I used the same camera, I used the same resolution, the same editing, and it was filmed inside. It could have been the LED lights, it could have been the shop lights that I was using. All right, let's try low light. What happens if I start turning off some of these overhead lights? Is it doing the flickering thing now? Let's turn these lights off back here too and see if that does anything. How does that look? I can't tell. I'll have to come back to the editing and find out later. All right, how about outside in low light? I just have one porch light shining on me, and the camera, since everything's in auto, in fact, it's stuck in something here. This stupid camera. There's so many settings. There's so much visual noise on the screen. I don't know what anything does, and I'm tired of it. All right, we're trying it in the garage with the overhead LEDs to see if that was an issue, because I noticed before I was waving this thing around and it looked really weird. It looked really choppy. So we'll wave around the same thing and we'll see, does it look choppy? Right now, I think the best looking camera I have is this Insta360, which it looks beautiful. It's visually fantastic. It's just a pain to use because the framing is all funny with the 360, and the file size is massive, the editor is complicated, so I don't actually use this much because it's just a pain to deal with the files. And I feel like even my old Canon camcorder, this is just the HD version of the one I'm filming on, this one looked pretty good. It wasn't 4K, it was just HD. I would still be using this, but it's had a lot of issues. It's kind of worn out. It does still work, but barely. So I know this is kind of a case of the craftsman blaming their tools, and this is probably just a skill issue. I just don't understand this camera well enough to get the most out of it. So we're going to stop trying to do any manual fancy stuff. We're going to get rid of all of the manual settings, all of the custom color profiles. We're just going to do straight auto, I think. Auto white balance, auto leveling, auto focus. That's less work for me, honestly. Like, I've been kind of doing more work lately. I've been focusing more on trying to make things look good and optimize the filming, and that really does distract from the actual content. It distracts from me making things. When I am making a project, when I'm doing something, I want to just film it, document it. I don't want to spend half an hour getting the camera to behave. I just want the camera to record when I push the button, and I don't really care about anything else. As long as you can hear me, you can see me, I don't really care how good the audio sounds. I don't really care how good the color balance looks. I was doing some of this because people were complaining in the comments. They were saying, oh no, your color balance shifted from one shot to another and your LED lights are making it look weird. You know, I don't care anymore. We're not going to worry about that anymore. If I'm standing in front of the LEDs and they change from an orange tint to a blue tint, well, too bad. I don't know if I'm going to worry about the frame rate or shutter speed thing either. Like, I can't even tell why it's happening. I can't tell when it's happening. I apparently can't see it. Maybe I'm just too old now. I've gotten to that age where I can no longer hear the high-pitched whine from a CRT television, where I used to be able to hear that as a kid. Although nobody has a CRT television anymore, so probably young people don't know what that even sounds like. But yeah, maybe I'm at that age where I can't see the difference in frame rate or shutter speed in my own videos, and other people are noticing it more than me and they're really sensitive to it. Well, I guess that's going to have to be too bad as well, because I'm not going to put that much effort into trying to fix it anymore. If this channel ever gets big enough, maybe I'll be able to afford somebody to do the filming for me, but honestly, I enjoy the filming when I'm not babysitting all the camera settings. I enjoy the editing. I don't really want to hire an editor. So the spammers can quit sending me spam about hiring editors, and I enjoy making thumbnails. People can quit spamming me about thumbnails. Yeah, they're not the best. They're not professional sometimes, but none of my projects are professional. I'm working with trash, and honestly, I have more fun working with trash. I'm having less fun working with this camera that I spent a fortune on than I have working with trashy cameras. So yeah, I should probably just stop trying to buy nice equipment for the channel and go back to filming with partly broken second-hand equipment. Maybe we'll get rid of this 4K fad too. I don't know. Maybe we'll just go back to 1080p because, yeah, 4K is a lot of hassle. Anyway, this was, yeah, just kind of a giant rant of a video. It was kind of, it's gone off the rails in several directions here. I started filming this trying to figure out what is the deal. What are people talking about with shutter speed, with frame rate? Because I can't see it, I can't duplicate it, I can't replicate it. I don't know what's going on, but it seems to be something to do with all the custom color profiles and the custom settings I was doing on the camera. So from now on, we don't have any custom anything. It's all auto all the way, and we'll see how that works. And if people complain about it, I'm probably just going to ignore it. Anyway, everyone has probably stopped watching this video far before now, so we're going to wrap this up. If you did sit through the whole thing, thank you for listening to me complain for 10 minutes or whatever it was. And yeah, we'll try to do an actual video next time with some actual content and not worry so much about the boring technical details of what the camera is set to. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.